Hello there, audience. We are going to talk about poop today. That's correct, or more accurately, incorrect. How frequently do you experience constipation? A doctor will diagnose constipation if a patient has fewer than 3 bowel motions per week. This directly correlates with the food that you put into your body. Let's talk about 12 foods to stay away from if you're constipated in today's video. What's on that list, bread? What about dairy items like cheese? Let's talk about it, everything. 1. Bananas. When it comes to constipation, this fruit is confusing. Let's explain. You must have ripe bananas. That's an unripe banana, sometimes known as a plantain, that's clogging your pipes. Consequently, what enters will not exit. The starch in bananas is the reason of this. There will be less starch the riper it is. Another substance that is a specific dietary fiber and can absorb water from your feces is called pectin. This is why it may not be a good idea to eat bananas while dehydrated. Having a banana milkshake right before bed will make it difficult for you to get rid of the food in your stomach in the morning. Bananas can cause constipation in babies as well. In what way are bananas best eaten? Start a discussion with our bestie community by leaving your thoughts in the comments section below. 2. Crimson meat. Apologies, steak lovers. You can't touch that tender slice of steak because your stomach is sensitive. Red meat harms the body in a variety of ways. It is detrimental to your gut, liver, and heart. Tough proteins and excessive fat are found in red meat. It also has a relatively low fiber content. It's all just one big lump that won't get through your stomach. This complicates digestion. Iron content in red meat is very high. Iron-rich foods can often cause constipation. Replace red meat with lean protein or white meat. Searching for information on the newest stories about health and wellness. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn the bell notification on. 3. White bread. Undoubtedly, white bread tastes good, particularly with those burgers and sandwiches. On the tongue, it might taste fantastic, but it might not be so wonderful for your stomach. For this reason, multigrain bread has become popular among health-conscious people. White bread has the reverse effect of constipation relief from whole grains. White bread's massive starch content can support your claims. Make thoughtful bread selections. This also applies to other all-purpose flour bakery products, such as bagels, crackers, pretzels, etc. The multigrain bread is significantly improved by the fiber included in whole grains. There is absolutely no fiber in plain white flour. Processing eliminates any potential health benefits. Since white flour lacks fiber, it won't give the stool more volume, which helps it pass through. 1 gram of fiber can reduce constipation by 2 times, according to studies, when added to a diet. It can worsen matters because some people might not benefit from this extra fiber. You may want to cut back on your fiber intake if you're constipated, yet are currently consuming a lot of it. 4. White rice. It goes without saying that rice is a staple food in Mexican, Asian, Italian, and American diets. It's hard to recall family gatherings when there wasn't a pot of rice on the table. Anyone can find comfort food in the culinary playground, that is white rice. In actuality though, this white rice can make you feel bloated. Instead, have a helping of brown rice. The untreated grain is called brown rice. It tastes fairly close to white rice in terms of flavor. It's far better in terms of nutrition. A single cup of brown rice has 3 in it. 5 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. 5. Tobacco. Do you always have a bottle of wine or a couple beers with dinner? If it's causing constipation, you may want to slow down a bit. One well-known dehydrator is alcohol. Urine and sweat are the products of it expelling all the water in your body. Additionally, it can aggravate your bowels, slow down digestion, and exacerbate symptoms. Your feces will inevitably solidify and become difficult to expel from your body if there is no water in the stomach. It's usually a good idea to monitor how much you gulp for this reason. It will be beneficial to have a glass of water in between each sip. Try energy drinks as well, if you want to cut back on alcohol intake. Additionally, alcohol is bad for your liver. These are 6 warning indicators of liver disease that you should be aware of. Let's go back to our consideration of the 12 foods that constipation avoiders should avoid. Persimmons, never heard of it before. Let me explain now. In America, persimmons are a relatively recent fruit. It's popular in East Asian countries. Persimmons with higher sugar content also contain more tannins. Food can remain in your stomach for extended periods of time because this substance slows down the food's passage there. This causes constipation. 7. Coffee is a two-edged weapon sometimes. It's quite amazing how it can make some people hurry to the bathroom and leave others constipated. Some people think that drinking too much coffee can cause symptoms that resemble diarrhea. Good news for individuals who find it difficult to use the restroom. However, that's not always the case. It is believed that coffee diuretics. It follows that consuming too much alcohol can cause dehydration by eliminating surplus water from the body. Now, in order to remove the hardened waste that has built up in your colon, your body will need even more water. 8. Gluten. A type of protein called gluten is present in most grains, including rye, barley, and wheat. Some people who eat these items report having really severe constipation. Celiac disease is typically diagnosed in those who are gluten sensitive or intolerant. You might potentially have non-celiac gluten sensitivity. In that case, you should speak with your physician and adjust as needed. An autoimmune condition called celiac disease necessitates a gluten-free diet. Your immune system targets the stomach and interferes with its normal operations. Avoiding gluten-containing foods will help your gut heal. Take a few extra minutes to identify the products at the grocery shop that are labeled as gluten-free. This is the most effective technique to swap out regular bread and spaghetti. 9. Particularly after consuming a lot of garlic, a breath refresher can come in quite handy. It's completely fine to consume 1 or 2 pieces every day, but you should never take more than that. The major issues arise if you inadvertently swallow it. Growing up, I was exposed to a lot of gory tales about people ingesting chewing gum. It's been said that it takes years for your system to process and absorb information. Fortunately, the majority of these tales are untrue. Constipation results, however, if you ingest an excessive amount of gum pieces in a brief period of time. Chewing gum is not fully digested, much like fruit and vegetable seeds. Be sure to put down your gum as soon as you're through chewing it. 10. Chocolate. Most people enjoy a good piece of chocolate, but sometimes we are unaware of how unhealthy it may be. The significant fat content that is added during production is what makes chocolate bars so delicious. For those who are constipated, especially those with irritable bowel syndrome, chocolate should be avoided. Peristalsis is the term for the coordinated muscle contractions that propel food forward. This parasitic movement will be slowed down by the fat in the chocolate, which will impact digestion. Consequently, the indigestible waste materials won't move forward with ease. A piece or 2 of chocolate is fine every now and then, but consuming many slabs at once can be bad for your gut. 11. Do you force your children to drink milk in order to raise their calcium levels? They don't always benefit from this technique. Certain cow's milk proteins have been found to cause constipation in children, newborns, and toddlers. According to a study, many children's constipation symptoms improve when they switch from cow's milk to soy milk. Adult users report success with it as well. Cooking without milk products such as cheese, yogurt, butter, etc. can be challenging. However, make every effort to search the grocery store for substitutes. 12. Junk foods. Food that have been processed junk food is inherently addicting, including chips, cookies, burgers, and fries. Knowing when to stop having them takes a lot of self-control. These foods include a lot of fat, which is unnecessary for your body, and are fried. It is challenging to stimulate intestinal motility when there is an excess of fat and little fiber in the diet. Junk food is devoid of fiber, in addition to most other nutrients. That doesn't stop us from mindlessly stuffing our faces with junk food, though. When you don't have time to prepare, frozen dinners are a good option. However, consuming them frequently may be bad for the health. Not only do they have little fiber, but they also have a lot of salt. Your heart may suffer if you consume too much salt. Rather, schedule every meal for the week start. Ground turkey or even vegetables can be used to make burger patties at home. Remember to sandwich it between whole wheat buns. Replace your greasy fries with roasted sweet potatoes. The skin's high fiber content will produce excellent outcomes. Snacking on fresh fruit and raw vegetables alone can be incredibly fulfilling. It is just as crispy as those potato chips. It takes real courage to say no to junk food. Are there any other meals that make you constipated? Tell us in the comments section below.